Okay, we're back with game 2, Boros versus Tron. He's on the play. This is our opener. It's not too bad. Got some 1-drops and some removal. Play out our step links. Just plays out a spell sky, which is a bit strange. Not sure what that's in for. Maybe just to take burn away from his face. I'm going to path that out of the way and then attack for 6. Oh, rather we would have done if we hadn't misclicked. But our opponent said that if he got to 4 life, he would concede. Seems that this was only a casual game. He pyroclasms away our creatures, which is pretty bad for us. So we have to rebuild, play out a Grim Lavamancer. He explores, plays a sphere, and the Ancient Stirrings, finding it as mine. He sacks a map and then puts together the Tron pieces. He plays a Worm Coil, which is pretty awful for us, but fortunately we do have the Oblivion Ring, so we can deal with that. Just going to shoot him at the end of our turn, his turn rather, for 2 with the Lavamancer. O-ring the Worm Coil. He plays Karn, which he uses to exile our Oblivion Ring, which is pretty bad for us, because we really need that Worm Coil off the board. We Lightning Helix away his Karn, and fortunately we drew another Oblivion Ring to get rid of the Worm Coil before it got a chance to attack. Draw Flagstones, which is of no real use to us. And then he Ancient Stirrings into Oblivion Stone, which he cracks, and sadly that blows up our Oblivion Ring, giving him back the Worm Coil, and leaving us with not much that we can do. Take him off Tron, but it doesn't really matter at this point. Don't know if we could have done that earlier. Might have to look back at the match, but we didn't really pay much attention to our Ghost Quarters until we realised later on. I don't think it would have made a lot of difference, in all honesty. He has quite a lot of lands just generally, even without the counting for Tron. So we draw a land here, and it's time to pack up. We was a game 3, but sadly I didn't get the recording for it. Basically, he put Tron together really quickly. Just had a ton of gas. He dropped 2 Karns, and then a couple of Worm Coils, I believe, and we just couldn't get past it. The life gain from Worm Coils really bad for this deck. I wish there was more anti-life gain cards in Modern, but sadly I think Leyline of Punishment is probably the best option. But so maybe think about putting that in the sideboard, I'm not really sure. Or just try and be as fast as possible, I suppose, with this deck. I suppose using Ghost Quarters as well is quite useful if you remember to use them as well against this deck. But yeah, Worm Coil's pretty bad for us.